Hello, and we are live.
I like that music.
You do?
Yeah.
I thought I'd do something fun.
I Let me get
So
myself
anyway,
situated.
hello
Like
everybody and welcome. Today we're not really doing the Safer Social show, just in case you're wondering. We are actually planning to go live tomorrow night and do the Safer Social show. So I'm Brigitte Van, in case you don't know who I am, and my beautiful co-host is Alison Diamond.
Allison.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you? I know you're getting over an illness.
I know I've had the flu since Friday. Yeah,
Uh,
Thursday I started feeling a real kind of uneasy,
mm,
and by Friday I had full blown flu. And we've got Abasi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Abasi. Hello, welcome there. I'm watching comments on my mobile phone. So if I'm looking away, I'm looking at my mobile phone. It's the only way I can see the comments. So welcome. So we started the Safer Social. This will be our third episode, right?
yeah, we're newbies, at least at this.
We're
Brigetti is my
newbies at the Safer
producer.
Social.
Yes. You've got experience.
At
You
this,
have got experience.
yeah. I've been doing this for a while. I've been live streaming for 2.5 years now. I first started on Blab, which is long gone. And I started live streaming on other platforms subsequently, and been doing that for 2.5 years. And then you and I both seem to have had the same idea that there's a need for talking about online safety and I think, yeah, whose responsibility is it to keep
Yeah.
us safe online? Should we self-monitor? Should we wait for legislation?
Hmm.
And so our topic for tomorrow evening is going to be quite an exciting one. And to be honest, it's something I've been thinking about for some time, something I've been grappling with. So here's the thing for anybody that's watching. Our question is, if you could add one or more button to the like, comment, and share options um, as interactions, what would you add as friendlier or safer options? Do you have any suggestions? Now, the reason I grapple with with the reaction buttons myself, I don't know about you, Alison, but sometimes, people post something um, controversial and you're kind of like, um, I don't know how to respond to that because,
Hmm.
I may not agree with it. And so I don't really want to push the like button because, am I then saying that am I becoming complicit in what the person has stated on social media?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the like button is always kind of iffy because, yeah, if the person is saying something I don't agree with, but I like that person, I want to be able to show my support, but I do not want to be associated with the comment. I'm more supporting the person's right to say what they're saying, but not
Mm.
necessarily agreeing with what they're saying. So we do need maybe another button for that. That's a good idea. Some kind of maybe a check mark.
I like that. I like that because a check mark is more kind of like I've seen it, but it doesn't
That,
mean I have to like it, right?
that's right. That's right. I like that.
Kind of an
Did you?
acknowledgement. And
I
I've
interrupted
noticed, for
you.
example, on Twitter, I see a lot of people in their Twitter status would say something like is doesn't mean blah blah blah, whatever blah 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 is.
Right. That's
Um,
true. I've seen that.
it's just an acknowledgement, or I've seen some people say it's a bookmark. If I like your comment, it's a bookmark. Like
Hmm.
kind of it's the way I will aggregate my content.
That's right.
So don't take me liking your Twitter post as I agree with it, because that's
Hmm.
not what I'm intending.
Right.
And I mean, we have the sad button now, for example, but I used to have a hard time. Like somebody announces something, someone's had an accident, someone's died.
Hmm.
How do you like something like that? Or someone's lost
Exactly.
their job, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And
You don't
I
want
know
to like that.
Facebook, yeah, Facebook tried to address that with the reaction buttons. So you can do the tear coming down, you could have an angry face, there's a laughing face. But yeah, those aren't nuanced enough, but at least they're better than liking. I've used a sad face when people announce maybe a pet has died, but I don't use it when a human dies because it seems almost trivializing it.
Mm. I find that's kind of difficult as well.
Yeah.
Let me just see what Robin says here. Robert Stern. Hey, Robert. Robert says, when you don't necessarily like what's being said 100%, the best thing to do is to leave a comment in supporting the person, or just saying hi to them. You don't have to use a reaction. I sometimes do that, Robert,
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
opposed to ticking one of the reaction buttons, um, because it's more explanatory.
Yeah, I like the comment for that. I know that we've kind of gotten used to just clicking on an icon, but we're not really doing anything individual when we do that. I mean, a whole bunch of people, clicking on the same button kind of makes it lose its meaning anyway. So I definitely like to put a comment, and even if it's saying, I'm so sorry or my condolences, I do. I know when I'm on the receiving end of that, it seems more meaningful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that on LinkedIn as well, they've added some more reaction buttons, especially now that we've got LinkedIn Live. And
Uh-huh.
yet, I'm still finding myself in a bit of a quandary, even on LinkedIn, because the buttons don't always quite convey what I would wish it to. And I think that's kind of one of the things we're going to delve into in our Safer Social conversation tomorrow, because this could be a kind of a double meaning, right? There's an
Yeah,
intended meaning, and then there is a latent meaning.
definitely. Yeah. When the platforms give us these tools, the like buttons and the comments and the shares, the platform is really thinking, how am I going to get people to create community and stick around and come back? I mean, that was the manifest meeting for Facebook, for example. So they give us a share button, and by doing so, we're sharing across the internet. Other people see that the stuff is going on Facebook. They get excited. They join us. They share stuff, and to Facebook, that's good. Makes the platform relevant. But then the latent stuff happens. That's where we realize, I could share this ad or this fake news because it's really funny, or people come up with other uses for the tools that we're
Mm,
given. So there's all these latent and unexpected ways that have really caused problems for social media. We haven't used the tools properly, have we?
yeah, because I mean, I think on many of the platforms, your however many likes or hearts you get, because people in a broadcast, they'll say, can you like this, or can you heart it up, because
Yeah.
it's counts towards your social media ranking. And
Hmm.
so I may be your friend, or your associate, and you're reaching out to me and saying, hey bud, can you like my comment, can you share my comment, because it'll give me a higher ranking on the algorithm. And so you're not taking a moment, I'm not taking a moment to consider how my liking that comment could affect my social standing, for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know
Yeah, I've had people want me to like their page, and then when I see their page, it's maybe some political thing or something that I totally don't want to look like I'm endorsing, because once you put your like on there, everybody sees it, and it's a friend supporting this, whatever it is. And so I mean, how do you extricate yourself from that?
I know I tend to get many, and I think everybody does. You get so many requests from people to like their page.
Yeah.
Um, and I think in the past, I was possibly more flippant about, oh, well, it's so and so, or it's a friend of so and so. And I just went and, without even giving it a second thought, I would click the like button. But I've
Mm-hmm.
become a lot more aware of it. And I've actually gone back. I mean, I still need to do a better review
Mm-hmm.
of the pages that I've liked in the past, to see, because pages can change as well. They can
Yeah.
change their objective. And so, is it,
Right.
if somebody else were to research you, um, because that's what they judge you on eventually, when people want to look into your character, whatever. What are the kind of things that this person likes in social media?
Yeah.
So if I don't want to be associated with a certain product or a cause or whatever that doesn't resonate with me, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be liking those kinds of pages. And so now it's become, and it's a matter of, to me, it's a matter of reframing what we do and how we do things.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing it on autopilot. And, we talked a bit about this last week, where Facebook has conditioned us over a long period of time to like and share, and we got rewarded for that. So
Yeah.
we started doing that liking and sharing on autopilot without giving it a second thought. And so
Mm.
the purpose of our show is to try and rein that back in, and
Yeah.
saying, take a breath before you like and share.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want we've learned that our knee-jerk reactions to liking and sharing has really helped create this disinformation epidemic. There's aspects of human nature that marketers have learned to manipulate to get us to do those kinds of things, and we don't realize that we're helping people who we may not really want to help by sharing their content. We're putting money in the pockets of fake news generators and inviting advertisers because they see all that activity. They're going to go in and put ads on their content, and so every time we click on it, ching ching, they've got some more cash, and so there's things that we need to be careful and think about. Whereas maybe 8, 9 years ago, it never would have occurred to us, But this is the consequence. These are the things that happen that the platforms did not anticipate when they provided those tools.
Mm. I think that's the important part. You mentioned a good point there, that things have changed, and they do, evolve as we go along.
Hmm.
A couple of years ago, even a year ago, 6 months ago. Hi, Lynn. I just see Lynn's just joined us on LinkedIn here. So,
Hi, Lynn.
a year ago, things may have been different, or may have had a different meaning,
Yeah.
and we haven't kept up with the landscape. And so I
Mm-mm.
think it's also important that we keep abreast with how things are viewed on social media, so we don't lag behind.
Right. And, you mentioned LinkedIn. LinkedIn was kind of seen as this professional page that you went to when you were more serious about. You're showing your expertise and networking with people in your field. And then LinkedIn made some important decisions about changing their platform. And I think that's another example of the tools being offered that change the way a platform is used and turns it into something else. And a lot of people were kind of scared about these changes. I would love to know what people on LinkedIn think about it becoming a little bit more like Facebook, a little less serious, and then they've got the news feed now, could bring in some negative features that Facebook has faced. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think LinkedIn Live offers amazing opportunities for people to become known, to
Yeah,
step
that I agree
away
with.
from behind the curtain,
Hmm.
to be able to put a personality behind their business,
Hmm.
to be able to demonstrate their expertise by, you can build, the classic know, like, and trust thing.
Right.
is a lot easier because people, you can't hide, you're there. People can see your they get to know your personality because I must tell you this, my favorite situation is that one of the reasons I always tell people I enjoy live streaming is people don't do business with a business card. People want to do business with people.
Mm-hmm.
So through live streaming, people can get to know your personality. They
Mm-hmm.
get to hear about your products, your services, your expertise. So,
Mm-hmm.
although you don't live stream to sell, it's not what you want to be about. Live streaming is not about selling.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're putting yourself out there, you can establish yourself as an expert, um, or a go to person
Mm-hmm.
for whatever that may be, because people see you out there constantly and consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they do need a product or a service that they know is associated with you, guess who they're going to call?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to call somebody who all the time. And because they've come to like you, they will send, and it's not just about business for themselves, but
Right.
if somebody else they know says, hey, I need my office laminated, I need laminated flooring in my office. And they say, well, I saw John every day. He's on LinkedIn. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter. And he seems like a really genuinely nice guy. Give him a call.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why you want to put yourself out on social media.
Right. But as far as the changes that LinkedIn has made, do you think that changes the, I guess the atmosphere or the ecosystem of LinkedIn? And I know it's made it a little more social and kind of brought it up to, this century.
It has made it a lot more social, and I've seen a lot more young people on the platform.
Okay.
Which is fantastic because young people need opportunities,
Yeah.
and I think I see a lot more interaction between people from different ages,
Hmm.
different. And I think previously the other change I've also seen on LinkedIn is before, if you were a CEO maybe or a CIO, you would only connect with ex-suite people. But I see that barrier is no longer there. People are connecting with a diverse range of people.
That's
So
great.
it definitely has become a more um, social space.
And do you think that's
Um,
specifically because of these changes, the tools that they added?
I would like to think so. I definitely would like to think so.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely is a lot more fun to be there.
Hmm.
Um, you want to go there to get to know people and do business with them. While
Hmm.
you're in social media, it is to do business, but it provides you with an opportunity to get to know people in real time, have a
Yeah.
conversation with them like we're having a conversation now.
Right.
Where else do you get that opportunity? And the crazy thing about it is, Alison, very often you will get to see people. I mean, Robert, would we ever have met if it was not for social media? Alison, would I have met you? Lynn, would I have met you?
Yeah.
No.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, we've met each other. I think it was over 2 years ago now, right? When we
Hmm.
first met,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we only just reconnected now recently and said, "Hey, let's do this." You know,
Yeah.
um, stay for social show together,
Yeah. Yeah. And we
and
both have similar interests. So, I mean, it's really amazing when you think of the thousands of miles between us. You're in totally different country. I'm all the way over
Hey, by the
here.
way, I'm meaning to tell you because I think last week you were telling people I'm in Johannesburg. I'm actually in Cape Town.
Oh, Cape Town. Yeah. And I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah. Right near California. So we're, I mean, to be able to connect like this and, talk about our common interests and, it is pretty amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. I've met some awesome people from all around the globe through live streaming, people from different walks of life.
Hmm.
It's been awesome. So we're going to have this conversation tomorrow. We're going to dive deeper
Hmm.
into um, how platforms may steer our reactions
Hmm.
um,
Right.
on the social media networks, and how we may not even be aware of the fact that they are manipulating
Hmm.
the way we react um, on social media platforms. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that conversation.
Me too. And in the meantime, we did put up a teaser question because we have a Twitter chat tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, and in Cape Town time, it's 9:30 p.m. So we're going to have a Twitter chat, and one of the questions is already posted just to get people's juices going. And the question you may have seen. Did you post it just now? Did you?
I'm I read the question. So just to get that question out again is, if you could add one more button next to the like, comment, and share options,
Hmm.
um, what would it be in order
Hmm.
to make it safer and friendlier? So which options would you like to add to the social buttons?
So
So
I'm
that's
going to
one
give
of
you an
our
example.
questions.
Yeah, and the question itself that's posted, I put an example down, and it's I apologize. And the reason I put that there is because so many of us say things without thinking. Because Facebook and Twitter, they've taught us to press that button and say what we want to say without a pause. And it's hard to take something like that back. You get a bunch of people jumping on you and people misunderstanding you or whatever. Sometimes maybe if you build in something to help, cool it down, like press the I apologize button. So that was my idea. I wonder how many other ideas we'll get.
I like that. I like that. I really like that idea.
Hmm.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, and do come and join us tomorrow. We'll do the Twitter chat first,
Hmm.
and then after the Twitter chat, we'll jump on and we'll do the show.
That's right. So we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Okay, so for now, thank you very much for joining us, and do join us tomorrow for the Safer Social Media show, and the Twitter chat, and the show after that. So thanks everyone. Have a great day. Have a great afternoon, evening, further depending wherever you are. From me in Cape Town, it's goodbye for now.
And bye from me in Las Vegas.